And I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my goodness, she didn't cut the stems off. Listen, I don't waste anything. I love veggies. And this spinach is going to be very happy in this stuffing. And this is another way, I'm telling you guys the truth, how you sneak vegetables on your family. You stick it in stuff and they don't know. You make spaghetti, put some spinach or some kale in the spaghetti pasta sauce. Nobody knows. They just eat it because it tastes so good. And you know what? I'm sticking this spinach in this stuffing. And I'm going to chop it fine so nobody will even know. And if they do know, I don't care. It's healthy and it's good for them. Cooking with Q. I'm Q and thanks for stopping by my kitchen. Today we've got two amazing recipes. There are questions all over the blog about these recipes. We've got the vegan macaroni and cheese and we've got the vegan stuffed shells. This is going to be amazing, and when you guys taste it you won't even believe that it's vegan. Now I have all of our ingredients here. We're going to dive right into doing those stuffed shells first. Okay family, so first things first, we already set our shells on the stove so they can be boiling and get soft, right? So in the meantime, while that's cooking, what we're going to do is combine our ricotta cheese and our vegan cream cheese. Now for the vegan cream cheese, we all know how obsessed I am with Daya. They're one of the most amazing sponsors a girl could ever have. They've given us some of their plain cream cheese spread, so we are going to pop this open. It's such a cute little container. I love it so much. But besides just loving the way it looks, it tastes like phenomenal, right? So we're going to pop this out into our container. Bam. Right? We're going to get all of that out of there. Check that out. And then we are going to add in our ricotta cheese. Now, Kai Hill has a very good vegan ricotta cheese. It is, we already know it's vegan, non-dairy, but it is made from almonds. Okay, so I know some of you, if you have like a nut allergy, this won't work for you. There are other brands, but this is my favorite. So we're going to go ahead and bust this free. They usually come in a couple different sizes. I get this big size because once I make these, everybody in the house wants to eat them, right? So I'm going to crack this thing open. And we are going to dump that in this bowl as well. So now inside of this bowl, you have the cream cheese and our ricotta, and we are going to squish them. Look at that. We're going to mush them all together. Okay. Now there's one more thing I want to add to this mixture, and that is going to be some of our shredded cheese. One more thing. Now for shredded cheese, Daya gave us, we have the mozzarella style and we also have the cheddar style. So I'm going to add them both because why would you not want your stuffed shells to be cheesy, right? So I'm going to dump the entire bag in there. And then I'm going to stir that up. There's one more thing I want to add, and it is just to make sure that it is creamy. You want to keep it creamy. The ricotta kind of makes it like grainy. The cream cheese is thick and it makes it creamy, but it's not like a flowing texture. So if you look right now, you can see I'm like the cheese is sticking together. That's pretty much what's happening. So I have a vegan sour cream that we're going to add, and it is by Tofutti. And of course there are multiple types of vegan sour cream that you can use, but that's just what it works best for me. I like it. And like I said, I know a lot of you will say, you know, but we're not supposed to eat tofu, blah, 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 blah. Again, everything that I give you on Cooking with Q is a living recipe. You get to choose what works for you. I don't give everybody in my house tofu all the time, but Tofutti cream cheese is amazing. It tastes good, and I like it, and it works for my recipes. So that's what I'm going to add in here for us, but I want you guys to see it before I add it. You see how it is creamy, but it is not as creamy as I would want it to be. So I'm going to add a half a container of that. I'm going to grab that real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, now this is Tofutti sour cream. Okay, this is what we're going to use. I'm only going to put half of this container in here. I'm not going to put the whole container. I'm just going to put half. Okay. Oh, and guess what? Looks like my kids have got to it first. So we're gonna put half in here. Boom. And the one cool thing I will tell you about the tofu cream cheese, it owns whatever flavor that you give it. So like if we are having like the family's over and I wanted to make like a dip for chips, I can use the tofu sour cream as a base. The cream cheese was Daya, but with this I can add like chive, if I wanted to add onion, if I wanted to add whatever flavor. Like it owns it and it makes it rich, so you can literally dip your chips in it. It makes me super happy. Now look at that consistency. That's completely different. Does everybody see that? That's different. That's a really nice consistency. That's something that I'm going to be able to stuff my shells with. That's a happy, happy feeling. Now we are going to probably add a couple things to this. We all know how obsessed I am with my, my Cola Mason Derwent pepper mill. So we're going to do some fresh pepper. Boom. A few turns. It's my recipe. I like peppery things. I love spice. It doesn't bother me. So I, gave that about 6 spins. If you don't like that much pepper, don't use much pepper. Now for the salt, for the sea salt that I'm going to add, same thing. I have it on like a second level for the amount of coarseness I want for the salt. I'm going to give that probably 4 little turns, and I'm going to stir that in. So right now we only have the cream cheese, we have the ricotta, we have a half of the tub of tofu sour cream, we put in an entire bag of the mozzarella shreds from Daya, and now we're going to put in some of our cheddar shreds. Who doesn't want, like if you're going to eat pasta, like it may as well be pasta, because you're already eating the pasta. Just enjoy it. So we're going to, I was going to do half. I'm feeling it. I'm going to put the whole bag in there. We're going for it today. Check that out. Look at that. Look at that. That is going to be a good filling. And you'll keep stirring that up until it's all mixed in. I'm just folding it in until I can actually, mix it. So look how happy that filling is. These stuffed shells are going to be bomb.com. Everybody in my house loves these. If they could eat these all day, they would. But like, come on, it's just way too many carbs. It's too many carbs. Not gonna do it. Look at that. Look at that. That's the consistency that you want of your filling, because it'll be easy for you to stuff it. So now that looks amazing. It is folded in. We have both cheeses, cream cheese and sour cream. Look at that. That's nice. That's a good filling, right? So now I am going to grab our pasta so we can get to stuffing. Oh wait, we gotta add fresh parsley. I love fresh herbs, so we're gonna put some fresh parsley in. It makes me super happy. This is my fresh herb keeper. Now Cola Mason, they're another one of our sponsors. They're super amazing. I love them. And look, it's been in there for days. Look at this, still fresh, still crispy. I love that. That makes me so happy. And literally all you do is add a little bit of water into this thing and set it inside of the fridge. It keeps it so fresh. And like I'm vouching for this, okay? Amazing. Worth it. I love fresh herbs. The smell of fresh herbs when they are ready to go is so amazing. I swear to you. It's hard to sell me on stuff. I am picky, okay? I am picky. So to sell me on something, you put in a lot of work. And this is one sexy knife. I don't even know if knives are supposed to be sexy, but look at that. Look how comfortable that is. It's already got a rest for your finger. It already has the little dent if you want to rock that baby. Rock, rock, rock. So now I am going to put this inside of here. It is going to be so perfect for our stuffing. Good stuff, right? I'm the queen of trying not to waste some food. I hate to waste food, I do. And somebody gave me some fresh spinach, so I'm gonna use it. And I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my goodness, she didn't cut the stems off. Listen, I don't waste anything. I love veggies. And this spinach is going to be very happy in this stuffing. And this is another way, I'm telling you guys the truth, how you sneak vegetables on your family. You stick it in stuff and they don't know. You make spaghetti, put some spinach or some kale in the spaghetti pasta sauce. Nobody knows. They just eat it because it tastes so good. And you know what? I'm sticking this spinach in this stuffing. And I'm going to chop it fine so nobody will even know. And if they do know, I don't care. It's healthy and it's good for them. Eat to live. That's what I preach all the time anyway. So look at that. Spinach. And guess what I'm going to do with that? Dump it in this bowl. Look at this filling, you guys. Don't you just want to eat it raw? Like, seriously. It's amazing. It is amazing. Look at that. So now, this might be ready to go. I'm going to add a little bit more spinach. It's here. Might as well. Why waste it? Bam! Okay, so whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Look how happy this is. That's a good feeling. Whoops. So I'm super happy about this. And now we can get ready to stuff our shells. I stir so much, I have like a new muscle. Like, I'm not even kidding with you guys. But it's okay. Hey, guess what I got? Our pan. We are going to spray that baby up. This is some extra virgin olive oil spray. I got it from my local grocery store. It makes me like seriously happy because it's super cool. Look how it sprays out real nice. I can control it. It's not like all over the place, right? So now our pan is literally oiled up. Now I can use a regular spoon. You guys can use a little small spatula if you want. I'm just gonna grab this because it's easy right now. And all we are going to do is get a spoonful. That's too much. Like a half a spoonful. You see that? We are going to dump that baby inside, let it roll on in, and close it up. You see that? And set it down on our sheet. Time consuming? Yes. You mad? No. It's going to taste worth it. See that? Done. Amazing. Close her on up. Lay her down. She wants to go to sleep. Let her sleep. And it doesn't take long. This is not like a hard recipe. It's not at all. And again, you guys already know this recipe to be on the site. If you don't know where the site is because it's your first time ever coming to visit us, hey, check out cookingwithq.com. Get your food on. Lame. And sometimes when I'm feeling super fancy, I'll even add mushroom. Like, you can put mushrooms in here and call it a day. It's no biggie at all. So, and I'm going to go ahead and finish these up. And we will top this with like a regular tomato sauce. You can use your own homemade tomato sauce if you have some. I ran out. So I had some. I'm all about using, like, exhausting everything that I have. So I'm going to exhaust all my options. So I had some pasta sauce left in the cabinet. And what it is I usually buy, it's called basilico. And it has nothing but like tomatoes, basil, garlic. I tell people all the time, like, read your bottles, read what you're buying, because if you can't pronounce what's in it, like, your body can't break it down. So for me, I like to get stuff that's as close to like raw and natural that I can, so it doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff that I can't say, pronounce, spell. So pay attention to that. We're gonna grab some sauce and we're gonna pour some sauce strategically on top of these. It doesn't have to be like doused in it. I'm just going to drizzle some sauce across the top, so by the time when it's time to grab these and go, you have enough. I'm all about making sure that every bite is perfect, so I want every bite to have like noodle, some of the stuffing, and then sauce on it. And if you're me, I want to put some extra, you know, spicy on top. So this is going to be real nice. I'm going to grab the sauce real quick, okay? Kroger has like a private selection. It is like a tomato and basil sauce, but the one thing I like about it is because some of the other brands have and even some of Kroger's brands has like milk in it. It has dairy, and I'm allergic to dairy, so I can't have it. So yeah, I'm gonna pay it a little bit extra because in this sauce, it literally has tomatoes. And when you read ingredients, the first thing that you see at the top of it is what the majority of it is. So in this one, we got tomatoes. We have crushed salt, sugar, salt, olive oil, garlic, pepper, and it looks like onion. Check it out. We're literally just drizzling on top. Once these are actually done, I can literally put these in the oven for 15 minutes and then they can be eaten. They're gonna be cheesy, gooey. It's gonna taste so good. So I am gonna go ahead and get these all set for us. But you see how I'm not trying to douse the entire pan with it because I don't want to waste anything. I'm just covering the noodles really quickly. 15 minutes and this will be done. Oh my God, the makings of fresh mac and cheese. And it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I'm bringing you guys into my vegan macaroni and cheese recipe. I know everybody, like when I go to different shows, they love this stuff, right? So I am having a huge gathering and everybody wants to have the vegan macaroni and cheese, so I'm gonna make it, but I'm making a huge ton. Now when you guys are making vegan macaroni and cheese, you're not gonna use as much noodles at all. You'll probably use a regular box, the little 16-ounce box, totally fine. With that, I'm gonna break down the recipe for you guys, although I'm showing you how I make this huge, massive, massive pot. My noodles have cooked, they are absolutely perfect. I'm obsessed with them. They look super happy, they are ready to go. I am going to dump about, in your batch, you're gonna put 2 bags of Daya. And if you want it to be overly cheesy, you can do more than that, but 2 bags of Daya is usually what you need for like a regular 16 ounce, you know, boiled box of noodles. Whether you use noodles or shells, it's the same recipe. And again, some of the stuff I put in mine, if you want to alter yours, go right ahead. This is just what I use in mine. It's really simple, but it tastes so good and everybody loves it. So right now I'm going to go get my soy milk. I use soy milk. Today I'm using soy milk. Sometimes I use almond milk. When we're cooking for people where it's just in my house, I can use almond milk. It's not a big deal. But when you're cooking for other people that have allergies, some people you'll see more nut allergies than you will a soy allergy. So for me, I'm going to put soy milk in here. When you guys are actually making your own, you're going to use, if you got like a half gallon, you'll use half of the half gallon. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my soy milk and dump in here. Also, you know, douse it with some salt, some pepper, and I like to use the Himalayan sea salt. It makes me super happy. I do use some garlic salt or fresh garlic. Your choice. It's whatever you have on hand. For me, I'm all about, you know, I want to use everything that I have. I don't like to waste things, and I don't want seasonings to be sitting around like forever. So I'm gonna get this popping, and then we'll go to the next step after I get the soy milk. Okay, boom. So I kind of set some of the ingredients out for you guys to see. I got some organic soy milk, and I have, Daya gave us some awesome, the shredded cheddar, and then I have 2 of their cream cheeses. Now for you guys, you're not making this huge bulk amount, right? So what you're gonna do for your 16-ounce package is, like I said, you'll use half of a half gallon of milk, and you will know because you just want it to be a creamy, consistent texture, right? You don't want it to be dry. You want it to be creamy. Then on top of that, I'm using my Daya cream cheese. It's amazing. It works. It adds to the creaminess. When I use my Daya shreds, I like to combine them both because it makes the texture of the macaroni like creamy, and that's what you want. Like, you don't want it to be dry. Because I've had some dry macaroni or some dry vegan macaroni, and I was like, oh, this is not like mama's. No. And that's why I was like, let me make my own recipe. And ever since I created my own recipe, we don't even make regular macaroni and cheese in the house anymore. We make regular macaroni and cheese is our vegan macaroni and cheese. And it is a hit in our family. So that's why I had to share it with you guys. Because what's the purpose of having an amazing recipe and not sharing it, right? So I'm going to add my soy milk to this. And it's all fresh and new and organic. And I'm just going to let it do what it do. I tell you guys, I know this is a lot. It is a lot, but there's going to be a lot of people eating this. So, welcome to me cooking bulk. Now I am going to just stir this around because I want to make sure that it is juicy. Because if it's juicy, it'll stay juicy. But if it's dry, she gone. She is gone. Okay. So this is going to be good. We're going to add one more here. Look at that. Happy noodles. And now we are going to add our cheese. You guys, like I told you before, you're only going to put in like 2 bags. But because I have so much, I am using about 5 bags. Alright. Now, like I said, you want this to be cheesy. When you guys make yours, you'll probably use like 2. If you feel like using 3, you can. For me, I am making sure we have enough. You know how I am. The ratios have to be right. The cheese to macaroni noodle ratio has to be right. It can't be macaroni and cheese if it's not cheesy, bro. That's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 things of Daya cream cheese. And now for you guys is what I was going to tell you, like when I make my own personal, it's not this huge. I make it super easy and creamy by mixing a half of a Daya cream cheese and a half of the tofutti sour cream. It's almost just like how we made our insides for our stuffed shells. You just want it to be creamy. And we are making this large amount, so I am going to add the extra in here now. And get that in there, get that out of there. And this is just going to make it creamy, because for me, when this recipe, mind you, I started making vegan macaroni and cheese when they first told me that I was allergic to dairy. My biggest thing they said was like, you know, you can't have dairy, and this was on top of finding out that I had sarcoidosis, which is like an autoimmune disease. But my goal was, you want to take dairy away from me? Like, my mama makes the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had in my entire life, and you want me to tell me I can't have it anymore? And that is a weird place to have to be, but guess what? Going vegan doesn't mean you can't have things that are flavorful. It just means you have to remember the flavors that you had. So I remember the flavors that were in that macaroni and cheese, and instead of me adding a bunch of eggs, a bunch of butter, I created this recipe, and it works. Like, everybody loves it. I have yet to meet somebody who does not like it. So now when that bakes up, not only is it going to be as creamy as it is now, it's going to be even more creamier, because now that vegan cheese can melt. The Daya can melt. It's going to be amazing. Woo! Lord! Good Lord, that's a lot of pasta. We should be happy, but now I'm going to add some seasonings to it. I am going to for sure throw some fresh parsley in there, just because look at that. Tell me that's not pretty. It's so pretty. I'm going to dice some more. Hi, Fresh Herb Keeper. Can I have some parsley? Thanks. Appreciate you so much. That's just gorgeous. That's beautiful. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Psh. You don't want to eat that raw? Straight up? This is about all the red pepper I'm going to put in this entire pot. It's a lot. It's fresh crushed. It's like dried out. It's hardcore. So we're not going to put a lot in here, because everybody they will go crazy if I put more than this in here. So we're going to sprinkle that all around. We're going to get our fresh pepper meal. Now we're going to add some of our sea salt. Boom. I've had people like, oh, cute, I made your vegan macaroni and cheese recipe. They added vegetables, and it looked amazing. So if you guys try to make this recipe, tag me online. Let me see what you guys did, because maybe you'll make me try something different. I'm open to it. Hello. Yes, I am that person. I'll buy a crap load of seasonings and dump them all together, and they will taste amazing, and you will love it. One cool thing about this vegan macaroni and cheese as opposed to my mama's. My mama's, I would try to sneak and eat it. You know, she was putting like eggs and milk in hers before I was vegan. But like this, I can taste this before it's put in the oven. It's like my favorite thing. And doesn't that smell good? It smells amazing. Like, it smells amazing. I'm asking you guys, does it smell good? Like you can smell it, because I get so excited. Now the pan that you're going to put this in to bake it, you're going to bake this for a bit, maybe like 30 minutes. When you put this in a pan, you are going to want to, and this is something I like to tell people so that they pay attention to the difference. When you make vegan macaroni and cheese as opposed to regular mac and cheese, if I put vegan macaroni and cheese on a plate, when I go to the sink to wash it off, it washes off. You know what? That's what it does in your insides. If you make regular macaroni and cheese, and I'm not hating on those who are not vegan, I'm just telling you the difference. These are facts. That's what I give you. Facts. If you try to rinse that plate off, it's not going to rinse off. And you know what? That's exactly what's going to do in your insides. And my insides are happier because it can pronounce the stuff that's on the inside of it. I am going to put this in its pan. First thing I'm going to do is I want to spray it. And I'm using this huge pan because, like I told you guys, I'm feeding a lot of folks. So I'm going to spray this with like my olive oil spray so that it is easy cleanup. I'm a mom first. You guys already know. I don't want to do dishes. I'm going to start putting a couple scoops in here to lighten this load because this is a lot. And sometimes we're super sassy. We will top this with like a sriracha, or Daya has a vegan ranch and it tastes awesome. Always a hit, every time. So we're gonna put this in the oven and let it cook for like 20-30 minutes, okay? I hope you guys love the recipes today. The vegan macaroni and cheese, the vegan stuffed shells. Both recipes were amazing. I hope you guys got some great tips. My biggest thing is to make sure you guys know that just because it's vegan, it doesn't mean that it has to be bland. Find the things that make your taste buds happy. Now, if you decide to make these recipes, you know where you can find them. They're on the site. That's www.cookingwithq. That's Q-U-E, because that's me.com. Again, it's www.cookingwithq.com. And like I tell you guys, if you make that recipe, tag us on any social network. Hashtag cooking with Q. And until next time, may your taste buds be forever satisfied. Goodbye. Goodbye. Shouldn't have drank that. No, just joking. One more time. Wait a minute. You make me wanna shout.
Action.